Hello friends, this is Professor Pratap N. Shinde. Welcome you for the lecture series of Engineering Mechanics. Today we are going to start our third unit, that is centroid. This is a relatively simple unit and contents are less. So please be prepared for this unit thoroughly so you will able to score good marks for these problems. So contents in these units are definition of center of gravity, center of mass and centroid. Then we have to find out centroid of composite plane figures, centroid of one dimensional element. So first we have to see the definition of center of gravity, that is CG. Center of gravity is the point where weight of the body can be assumed to be acting, that is the point of application of earth gravitational force. Center of gravity is the point where the weight of the body can be assumed to be acting. So every particle is attracted towards the surface of the earth proportional to the center of mass. This force forms the system of parallel forces, the point through which the resultant of these gravity forces acts, known as a center of gravity. Let's consider if this is figure, if I divide this figure into n number of parts, very small parts. So here let's assume it is very small parts, each individual part having the some weight, yes or no? And due to the concept, as we know that these all particles are attracted towards the earth's surface. If we take the summation, if you find out the resultant of all the forces, if all the forces which form the system of parallel forces like this, and if I found out the resultant which will passing through the one point, so this point through which the resultant of all the mass of the body is passing, that point is known as a CG. So this is your CG of the body. Then next is center of mass. It is a point through which the total mass of a body is supposed to act regardless of orientation of the body in space, known as a center of mass. So the point through which the whole mass of the body is passing, that is known as a center of mass. It is not depend upon the orientation of the body. Centroid, it is the point through which the total area of the plane is supposed to act regardless of orientation of the body to the space, is known as a centroid. It is the point where entire area of the body may be supposed to be concentrated. Center of mass and CG coincide as long as the gravity field is treated as a uniform and parallel. So center of gravity CG position for rods and wires can be found out by the equation x bar is equal to integration of x into dl upon L, y bar is equal to integration of y into dl, z bar is integration of z into dl upon L. L is the small length and z is the distance. Okay. For lamina, x bar is equal to integration of x into dA, y bar is equal to integration of y into dA, and z bar is equal to integration of z into dA upon A. So from that we can write down x bar is equal to nothing but the x1 plus x2, sorry, A is equal to a1 x1 plus a2 x2 plus up to plus an xn upon summation of A. So this is the formula to find out the centroid of plane lamina. Similarly, y bar is equal to a1 y1 plus a2y2 plus a3y3 plus up to plus an upon summation of a. So from that we are able to find out the centroid. So center of gravity position for say standard lamina. So this is rectangle, this is lamina. Okay, so remember that CG concept is used for the body having the mass, and the centroid concept is useful for the body without any mass or weightless member, or for plain lamina we are using the centroid, and CG for the three-dimensional figure or subjected to some mass. So here rectangle having side A and width is B. So here area is A into B. X bar is the distance of centroid from the y-axis. So this is your X bar, which is at a distance of B by 2. X bar is the distance at, so here make the correction, here X bar is it is B by 2, and Y bar is A by 2. Y bar is the distance of centroid from the x-axis. So this height is A. Centroid lies at a distance of A by 2. X bar is the distance of centroid from the y-axis. This is B divided by 2. So that is B by 2. Now triangle. So for triangle, what is the area? 1/2 base into height. So that is 1/2 B into H, and the centroid for this of this triangle, that is distance, X bar is distance from y-axis, is always B by 3 and Y bar is H by 3. Similarly for isosceles triangle, X bar is equal to distance from y-axis is B by A plus B by 3 and Y bar is H by 3, and area is, all of you know that, circle pi r square area, and then X bar R, Y bar is R. For semicircle, area is pi r square divided by 2. X bar is in this case R and Y bar is 4r upon 3 pi. Similarly for quarter circle, pi r square upon 4 and X bar is 4r upon 3 pi, Y bar is 4r upon 3 pi. For circular sector, area is equal to r alpha square, area is equal to alpha r square, and the X bar is distance from y-axis is 2r sine alpha upon 3 alpha, and Y bar is 0. Why Y bar is 0? Because figure is symmetrical about x-axis. If figure is symmetrical about x-axis, Y bar is 0. If figure is symmetrical about y-axis, X bar is 0, because that X bar, Y bar is lies on this line and there is no perpendicular distance from the y-axis. So X bar, so Y bar is 0. And here alpha is the angle of half sector. So this formula you have to be learned, then and then you are able to solve the numericals. So now centered of the line segment. Now it is line segment. This is 1D problem. This is line without any only one dimension, that is length, no breadth, no thickness. So having length L, and its X bar is L by 2 cos of theta and Y bar is L by 2 sin of theta, and this segmental R having length is twice R alpha, or you have already learned this formula in 9th standard, that is R theta. Theta is angle subjected by the arc. You can say theta or twice alpha. Theta is equal to twice of alpha, and X bar is distance from y-axis is your X bar. This is your X bar. This distance is R sin alpha upon alpha, and Y bar is the distance from x-axis. As it is symmetrical about x-axis, Y bar is 0 because it is lies on a Y bar is this figure is symmetrical about x-axis, therefore Y bar is 0. So thank you for watching.